Welcome to the second session on developing application for vegetable market. So this is the partial app we designed in the previous video. Let's do more in this video. Whenever I click add to cart button, this selection is inserted into the database. The values is getting stored into the database. But for me, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to display here itself my current selection. What item I selected, what quantity I selected, what is the price of my current selection, as well as what is the price of the total value so far. So for that one I need labels. So this is the label. This label is for displaying current item name. Let's say it is current item name. Current item name. Let's use one more label. This label is for current item quantity. Better use the last item quantity. Last item quantity. Last item name. Arrange it properly. I need to display what is the value of current selection. One more label. Let's name it as the price of last selection, or you can say value of last selection. So here what I am going to do is I am going to display what is the item selected and what is the quantity of that item and what is the value of that item. So these are the three text labels, and I need to show the values. For showing the values I need three more labels. This is for showing the value. This is for showing the name. Make this label as last item, and don't add anything here, and as well as resize this in such a way that it is fit enough to display item name. I need one more label for showing the quantity. Make this label as last quantity, and I need one more label for showing the value of last selection. Just remove this text and increase the size. Make sure that it is fit enough to display the quantity, as well as, so remove the text, make this as last selection value. Remove this, expand this, resize this in such a way that it is fit enough to display the value. And as well as we need one more thing for displaying the total order value so far. So this is to display total order value so far. So we need one more text label that can display this value. So make this as total order value, and remove the text, or make it as 0. This also make it as 0. So the value of current selection is 0 in the beginning, and the value of total selection so far is 0 in the beginning. Adjust these items, and we need one button to place the order, to complete our order. So make this as place order button, display as place order. Okay, this label is to display the previously selected item. This is to display the quantity of previously selected item. This is to display the value of previous selected item, and this is to display the value of the order so far. All these four should be updated when I click this button. Okay, when I click add to cart button, all these four should happen. So I have to add all the necessary code required for these four when this event happens. So go to that event. Okay, so this is the event. Okay, This is the code that works when add to cart button is clicked. Whenever an item is added, you have to set the value of last item, last quantity, the value of last selection, the total value of order. So you have to set all these things. So you can make use of set function. The last select item, you can get it from drop down list. Get it from drop down list. So we need get it drop down list, and this value should be assigned to a label whose ID is last item. Okay, so get from drop down list. Get the currently selected item from the drop down list and display it here. And for the second one, display the quantity. So set text is equal to, your display here, the identity is last quantity, and the value you can get it from this interface whose ID is quantity. So get text or get number from quantity. The first value should be set as the item selected by the user, and the second value should set as the quantity given by the user, and third value, the value of last selection. Set text last selection value. Set this value as the value you calculated here, current item. Total order value is, you can get it from a variable called as total order value. Total order value. Let's check this, how far it works. Let's run this application. Select an item, give a quantity, add it to the cart. See, the currently selected item is carrot and its quantity is 1 and the value is 80. That 80 is added, but it is not displaying properly because the size issues. You have to resize this. Now let's check it. Select brinjal, add quantity, add to the cart. The last item selected is brinjal, its quantity is 10 and total value is 250. Add one more item, onion, quantity is 2, add to the cart. So when I click add to cart, this item should be inserted into the database as well as its value should be added to the total order value. See, the total value becomes 390. The current selected item is onion of 2 kilos. The current selected item is onion of 2 kilos and its value is 140, which is added to the total order. So far so is good. And now let's write code for place order button also. Whenever I click this button, the previous order should be completed and you have to go for the next order. After placing every order, you have to increase order ID. Order ID is equal to order ID plus 1, and you have to make this order value as empty for the next order. Go to variables. That's it. And this total order value should be empty as the order is already finished. As the order is already finished, for the next order you have to start right from the beginning again, so that the next order value will start from 0. And as well as remove all these values, whatever the values you set, remove all those values. Copy this and paste it here. Make this one as empty. Make this one as empty. Make this one as empty, and make this one is also as empty. That's it. So once I click place order button, all the information regarding the previous order should be erased, order ID should be increased, and the total order value should be 0 for the next order. So let's run this. Let's select an item, brinjal, quantity is 1, add item to the cart, whose value is 25, add one more item, let's say onion for 5 kilos, add to the database. The values of this 5 kilos of onion will be added here. So once you finish the order, you can place this place order button. You can go for the next order. So let's say I want potato for 1 kilo, add to the cart. See here. So for the next order, again it started from the beginning. You can add one more item, brinjal for 5 kilos, add item, place order. All this data will be there in the orders table. So this is the orders table. See, all this data is there in the order table. So far I placed 2 orders, order 1 and order 2. So these are all regarding order 1 and these are all regarding order 2. That's it. So this is all about the application for vegetable market, where a user can select items as well as quantity, and they can add items to the cart. Once he is done with the item selections, he can place the order. You can place any number of orders like that. Thank you for your presence. Have a nice day.